You know what, Matt? Sometimes I really miss the '90s. You know what I miss more than anything?
Parties on Charleston Street?
No, no, no. But you know what I really miss?
Co-eds hitting on you?
Nah, that didn't happen much. But I do miss hanging out with the guys and getting breakfast the next day, and just having a long evening of watching football and hanging out and going out to eat. I really miss that. I really miss that.
See, I don't even think I even got up before breakfast.
Yeah, you didn't make a lot of those. But you know what, guys? If you want to relive your past and go to a place that hasn't changed in almost 30 years, you know what you need to check out?
Stauffer's Café and Pie Shop.
All right, let's check it out.
Hey folks, welcome back to Live Love Nebraska. This is Matt.
And I'm Travis.
And today we're checking out an institution that's been around since 1996 here in Lincoln.
I love the 90s. You love the 90s?
Oh, I love the 90s.
Anytime I want to go back, I just go to this place. Where do we go, Matt?
Well, I don't remember much about the 90s. I just know I love it. But went to Stauffer's Cafe and Pie Shop.
Yeah, Stauffer's Cafe and Pie Shop. So if you've never been there before, it is located on 5600 South 48th Street in Lincoln. And the hours are Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., Sunday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., and then Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. So you've got a pretty good spread of time that they're open, and they've got a pretty good menu, which is what we're going to talk about today.
Yep.
So instead of doing the food test where we eat in front of you guys and talk about the food, we're going to show you some really good pictures of what we had, and we're going to talk about the experience and why maybe Stauffer's is the cafe that you want to consider. Should we do this?
Definitely.
All right, here we go. All right, so when it comes to cafes and diners, something I'm noticing with a lot of new restaurants that are opening up, and we've been going to a lot of new places, is they're not very big because there's definitely this Grubhub to go thing going on in our country, and you just don't get a lot of the large, diners like you used to get.
Right.
Stauffer's kind of bucks the trend, though. What's good about that is you've got space. What would you say about the room, Matt? What do you think?
Yeah, no doubt. There is a lot of space to be had there. They had an extra dining area that was closed off, I presume maybe for large gatherings, parties, that sort of thing.
And so when we were in there was a pretty good crowd that was already in there at 6:15 in the morning on a Friday of all things, Good Friday of all things. And
well, I mean, the day's not done yet, so I don't know. It could be good. It could,
could be bad. Who knows?
Yeah.
They do have the traditional counter that you can go sit at too, the diner counter, which is really cool, really comfortable environment, clean, well kept, looks nice. Looks like it was remodeled maybe within the last couple of years.
So
now they've got Pie Shop in the title, so we need to talk about the pie, Matt.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and front load this with the pie.
We're going to do the pie because we even had a viewer request here on one of our other videos that said, hey, can you do some pie and coffee for us? We need a pie and coffee review. So we're going to do that before we get into the breakfast that we had and what we thought about the breakfast.
Yeah, so coffee.
Pretty coffee much. Was good. Good diner coffee. Yeah. Medium roast, nothing offensive. It was real easy to put down. You got ample creamer, jellies, jams, butter right there on the table. That's nice to have that. You don't have to ask for it.
A veritable plethora.
Yeah. Yes, you have a plethora of jam.
Plethora, yes, very much so.
So Matt, why don't you tell me what is a plethora, Matt?
I don't know, El Guapo.
Okay, surely I would not use the word plethora unless I knew what plethora was. I mean, anyway, okay, so back to the pie. So let's talk about the list of pies. It's $6.25 as of late March of 2024, and they've got a pretty good selection of pies you can choose from. You can get it a la mode for $8.25. We didn't get a chance to ask them, but they look like they're homemade. I would assume they're made in-house, or maybe they contract with somebody that brings them in. But these are not just like frozen, wake and bake pies, right? Yeah.
No, your apple pie that you had, you could tell it was pro-made.
Yeah.
It wasn't,
light and flaky, dense. It wasn't runny at all. The filling was great. I will say this, the apple pie, I wish it had maybe a little more cinnamon in it. We were talking about that. It was more sweet, more fresh apple flavor than what you normally get.
Which is good.
Yeah.
But in the same token, it was also kind of a little, and this is going to be a trend that you're going to see throughout the coverage of this place, is it's very middle of the road. It's okay. It's not offensive.
Food quality, fantastic. Portion sizes, great. Let's just get that out right now. You will get full. Maybe part of the problem is we're getting so tuned to high sugar, high salt, high fat foods anymore when we go out to eat at certain places that this is more of a home cooked style. So
but it could also be too. That could be a conscious choice too, because you do have an older set that goes to this restaurant.
Yep.
And it could be something where they're aiming for middle of the road. So you know.
It's just going to be a reliable go-to where you know what you're going to get every time you go there.
Right.
You know, talking about the pie flavors, apple, apricot, banana cream, pumpkin, rhubarb, the unicorn, sour cream and raisin. Nebraskans, you know what I'm talking about. It's amazing how many people don't know what that is. I didn't get a chance to get that. That's going to get a standalone review. I'm going to go back and get sour cream and raisin pie from this place because that's so hard to find unless you go to like a little diner. So
You have fun with that.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. So what was your take on the chocolate cream pie or chocolate silk pie that you had?
French silk pie, yeah.
French silk pie, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Matt?
It was good. Good rich chocolate flavor. Good, I would say what, graham cracker?
Yeah, it was a graham cracker style crust, and it really had more of a chocolate. I did have a bite of the pie, and it was nice and dense.
Now the pie doesn't. Yeah, unfortunately, and the waitress even admitted that
she was trying to get it off, and it kind of fell into the container a little bit.
Kinda, so the presentation wasn't exactly on point. It wasn't.
But we did get
it wasn't sexy.
In her defense, it was put in a to-go container. So I mean, it was like trying to get that giant slice of pie to fit in there.
Because we had aspirations that we were going to take this pie to go and only have a bite or two, but that didn't happen.
No, I still have a couple bites of the apple pie left up in the fridge, but I hit the wall today. And when you see the size of the portions that we got, you're going to understand why. But it was delicious. It tasted like it was a homemade pie. It was great. Not super, super sweet, just the right amount of sweetness, not overly powerful. So again, they've got the nice, pie case with all the pies in there. You can go get them. I would guess that a whole pie is probably cheaper than buying it by the slice. We didn't get a chance to see the whole pie prices, but you can always call and ask them if you want to. I'm sure they make them for parties and things like that. You can order them ahead of time. A lot of diners do that. They're not going to turn down an opportunity to make a good profit selling the pie. All right, up next, we want to talk about the menu. Yep. So it's not as elaborate or as crazy as like IHOP or the Village Inn in terms of having just pages and pages of stuff to choose from. But what do we have, Matt? What do we got?
You've pretty much got a double-sided menu. You've got breakfast on one side, and you've got lunch and dinner on the other. The breakfast pretty much hits all the normal highlights that you would find in a regular breakfast diner.
Pancakes, French toast, omelets, a variety of different pancakes, all the sides that you want, biscuits and gravy. And we'll talk about what we ordered and what we had. Prices are going to vary between probably $10 to $15, which for when you see the portion prices, it's very fair. Again, I always kind of use the Arby's combo as a comparison. You can get an Arby's combo or a DQ combo for $15. And it's going to give you fries, burger, or you can get a nice big plate in a nice sit-down restaurant, good full service, hot food for the same price. So I think it's very fair. It's a lot of food for the money. It was a lot of food. In fact, I still have half my meal left over. All right, Matt, so let's start off talking about what you had. What did you order in the picture here?
I ordered a Denver omelet. So that's going to have green pepper, onion, cheese.
Is it bacon in this one?
No.
Sausage?
No, it's ham.
Ham, okay. You can substitute for sausage if you want to, which I thought was kind of cool in the omelets. They will swap it out for if you don't want as it comes off the menu.
Yeah. And so, again, you can see portion size is great. You've got their take on hash browns, which are really more akin to skillet potatoes than I would say hash browns. I mean, because they were just...
It wasn't like a big, flat, crispy,
it wasn't shredded. It wasn't,
You could probably get them a little bit darker if you want to. They're a little more attuned to taking custom requests at a diner like this. And
and then as far as omelet, there was liquid cheese inside. There was liquid cheese on top. So
now, I mean, just in terms of portions, the plates in the pictures don't really do it justice. The photos, the plates are at least a foot in diameter. They're big. Yeah. They're not small plates. You're getting a large amount of food, probably in excess of a pound. Toast options. What do we have for toast options?
White wheat. I mean, just your normal. And then and the other thing too is as far as the omelet goes, it was good. I will say it was along the chunky side. So if you're somebody because there's some folks that don't like large chunky food.
Okay.
Yeah. Just be aware that it was
the vegetable pieces.
Vegetable and meat pieces. I mean, it was large chunks inside. It wasn't like the diced stuff like you would normally find.
So it's going to be a little bit hardier maybe than what you're used to.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying
They do have other omelets you can choose from too. I think they had probably a half dozen omelets to choose from.
Right.
Okay, then after that, Matt and I split an order of biscuits and gravy. And we'll talk about this because I'm assuming the country gravy was homemade.
Yeah.
I don't know, because it doesn't... I've had a lot of the canned gravies before because I don't always make them from scratch. And What would you say about this? The biscuits were great. They tasted like they were homemade.
Biscuits were great.
Tasted fresh. They give you a lot. Like, again, another 1 foot diameter plate with 4 different halves on there, with the gravy sauce on there. Little bits of sausage are in there also. But let's talk about the flavor. Okay, what would you say?
Again, going back to what I was saying before when we were talking about the apple pie, very middle of the road. I mean, it tasted all right, but it was missing a certain je ne sais quoi.
I don't know. Like after I added some salt and some pepper to it, it definitely. Definitely helped out a little bit. It was a thinner gravy, and I mean, like I said, I've had delicious skillet gravies before. Your wife, your in-laws make it, and it's hard to beat, skillet gravy. Maybe that's how they make it.
And it's not, and they only advertise as biscuits and gravy. It's not necessarily a sausage gravy.
Yeah.
There is, it looks like
bits of sausage in there,
but it's very negligible.
So, very. If you just want biscuits and gravy and you just don't care, you just want it, I think it's going to work for you. Add a little salt and pepper. Maybe cut up some chunks of sausage, throw it on top of it, because we're talking $9 here. Mm-hmm. And you can also get it with 2 eggs for like an additional $3 1/4 or $3 or something like that. So it's good. I mean, it's a massive helping, and it's about the price you pay in like a gas station for a couple of hours of biscuits and gravy. And so we split that. We still had a couple halves left over when we got done.
No. Yeah, it's large, very large portions again. Going back to, I mean, that's a meal in of itself.
Yeah, definitely. And then I ordered the banana pancakes. It was a full size order of those, and I also got 4 sausage links for $4, which was a really good value. They were really good size sausage links, and I'll throw a picture of those in here while we're talking. So the banana pancakes, I got 3 of them. The plate was huge, and I had 3 pancakes that almost like covered like 2/3 of the plate. So that was a lot. I mean, I'm a big dude, and I ate half of that, and I was done. I got the banana nut pancakes, put some regular syrup on it. Maybe this might be good with maybe a little bit of whipped topping, or maybe some they do have maybe Nutella sauce I could put on there or something if you want like some chocolate going on.
I think that would be good.
Yeah, and they were great. They were perfect pancakes. They were nice and
pancakes
thick.
Were good.
Everything was nice and hot.
Yeah.
And that was about $15, but you can make easily 2 breakfasts out of that, especially if you're mixing coffee in with it and everything else.
Yeah, they were huge.
Yeah. And so the banana nut pancakes were really, really good. Let's just talk about the quality of service. What'd you think? We got in there. We seated ourselves.
Yeah, service was great. Zero
Waitress
problem.
was awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
she was very friendly. Frequently topped off the coffee. I like that.
It was 6:30 in the morning, so I mean, come on, we're not expecting. Yeah.
Just like jumping up to your feet. How's it going? It's but no, I mean overall it was very, very fair. I mean, it was excellent. She was very attentive to us and took care of what we needed.
Yep.
Beverage wise, just going back to the coffee, just something to mention. Coffee is $3, and the $1 coffee thing is just starting to disappear everywhere. But you do get free refills.
Yep.
So a lot of places, like if you go to the Village Inn and get coffee, you can get the whole carafe, but it's probably $3 or $4. It might even be $3 or $4 per person for all you can drink coffee.
Oh yeah. So
they got milk, lemonade, raspberry iced tea, Arnold Palmer's, or what's your daughter called?
Paul Heimel's.
Paul Heimel's is what his daughter calls Arnold Palmer's. Juice, soft drinks, $2.95 for a soda, and so they do have a pretty good beverage menu going on too if you want that.
Yeah.
So. All in all, I mean, I think it would be a good place to take families. It was open. There was a lot of people chatting, but the environment is nice and bright, well lit. Clean. Restrooms were very clean.
Yep.
I don't know, Matt. What would you say about it? What's your take on it?
It's just a nice diner to go grab some breakfast in.
Yeah.
If you've got folks from out of town and you're not sure what they like, or you've got the in-laws and they've got very specific palates or don't like a lot of spicy food or something like that.
Yep.
This is a very safe place to take them.
I agree.
I
totally.
mean, it's very safe, middle of the road.
Just safe as in there's not going to be something on there that everybody's going to find something they like. And then also the last thing, they do have cinnamon rolls and homemade pecan rolls that you can take to go.
As well as coffee cake?
Yeah, coffee cake also. And the pecan rolls were probably 3 or 4 inches thick. They looked fantastic. They were huge. I didn't get a chance to try one, but that would be definitely something I want to go back for. So the sour cream raisin pie and the pecan roll, it's going to get a standalone review. So, all right. Otherwise, I think that's pretty much about it. So Stauffer's Café and Pie Shop. Make sure you guys check it out there on South 48th Street. Good parking, lots of parking. That's another thing I want to mention. Some of the newer places we're looking at going to, the parking's limited. You're going to have to walk a little bit to get there, but this is big parking lot out front. It's in a big shopping mall, like a strip mall.
Yep.
Lots of parking, so that's not an issue. So
no, it's a good call out.
All right. So what do you think, Matt? Should we go and wrap this one up?
Yeah, definitely.
So, guys, make sure that you like and subscribe. Make sure you follow us. Mash that bell so you don't miss any updates and any new videos coming out.
Make sure you follow us on Facebook.
Definitely.
We also have a private group where we go ahead and post a lot of the happenings and goings on in and around Lincoln and in and around Nebraska.
Yeah.
So definitely subscribe to that group as well as follow us on Facebook, our profile, We Love Nebraska.
Absolutely. And the best part about it, Nebraska,
it is for everyone.
you know it. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks a lot, guys.
Take care.
Bye-bye.